Hey, hello, Project Care. What we're going to touch base on now is we're going to go over how to manage your contact list. And you may say, Rob, no idea what a contact list is. Okay, a contact list simply are the people, the friends, the family, the acquaintances that you're going to touch base and offer the product to. And it's not done in a salesy way. Essentially, the goal really is just to share. Just like no difference in you'd let somebody know that you ate at a fantastic restaurant or you saw a great movie or that this babysitter that sat with your children the night before was absolutely fantastic. That's how you offer it. It's no different. And by being a product of the product, a lot of people are going to watch you along the way. And essentially what they're going to say is, geez, so-and-so is getting great results, and they're going to watch you. And that's what people do. They watch. And it's funny because when I first started Beachbody, I figured everybody was going to see what I saw. I saw such a phenomenal company, great programs, and we absolutely were crushing it. I mean, I received results that I never ever received. But the first month that I introduced it to people, they didn't see it. But what they were doing is they were watching. They watched month 2, they watched month 3. And some people in month 3, when they started seeing me get great results, they started asking me questions. Month 4, more people started asking me questions. And so the more people that I came into contact with and touched base with, the more success that I had. And that's really the goal. The goal really is to touch base with as many people and help as many people as humanly possible. Unfortunately, in this country, we have an obesity epidemic that's growing. It's not shrinking. And so really the goal is to show people how to not only do this for 21 days or 30 days or 6 months, but to do it for a lifetime. And so that's really the goal. I've been able to do it for 8 years. And, this is 8 years going on many, many more. And so that's really the goal of what we're doing here. And so how do you manage your contact list, or where am I going to find all these people? Essentially, it's going to just start with friends, family, acquaintances. And then as you start running out of what they call your warm market, or people that you know or are close to, then you may start to ask people that you're friends with and say, hey, do you happen to know of anybody that might be interested in what I'm doing? Could I help anybody? And really with the advent of social media, boy, this is even easier than ever before. By throwing it out there, running challenge groups that we have online, and constantly touching base with people. And the goal really isn't to spam people on Facebook or to throw up a million different links, or, you go to your Facebook page and it looks like Beachbody threw up all over your page. And I made those mistakes initially as well, even though my coaches told me, hey, don't do this. It's kind of like a last resort just because you don't know what to do. All you want to do is share your story, share your struggles, share your triumphs. This morning I got up, even though I hit the snooze button 3 times. But I got up and I worked out and I felt amazing. And I got my kids off to school. Or whatever that struggle is, share it on your page. Ask people if they've ever worked out that they're so sore that they can't get up the next day. Share what you're doing. That's the quickest way that you're going to essentially see other people. And then once you essentially reach outside your comfort zone, you keep on going. And then maybe it's, I remember, I go food shopping and I'm in the produce aisle, and I'll start talking to people next to me as far as if they're picking up a vegetable that I haven't really used in a recipe, and I'll start asking them what recipe that they use it in or how they cook it. And that starts to get the conversation going. And so that's what it's all about. It's just being a human being and helping other people and being interested in what they're doing. Listen, that's the biggest thing I can tell you, when contacting other people, is absolutely listen. And then the real goal really of all this is, once you do reach out with everybody, write it down. That's the secret. Write it down. Yeah, the key is writing it down. Whether or not you're going to go old school and go with a piece of paper, the yellow line paper, or you're going to go with a spreadsheet, or they have a million different things now online, different sites that you can use. I'm kind of in between that old school piece of paper and spreadsheet. I work off of a lined piece of paper throughout the day that I'll take with me, people that I run into contact with, or I'll write down their information, or online via Facebook or Instagram, and then I'll transfer that over to a spreadsheet later on that night or the next day, just so you can keep running tabs of it. And that works well for me, but it may not work well for you. So find something that works for you. And really the goal is, I found that it's a numbers game. I mean, as much as we'd like to think that, we have a different skill set than anybody else, the more people you contact or that you help, the more successful you're going to be. That's it, plain and simple. The more people that I invited to challenge groups, and the more people that I came into contact with and shared Beachbody with, the more success I had. And so it's simply a percentage-based, where the goal is to help as many people as possible. But in order to do that, you're going to have to open up your mouth and talk to people. And I know that's scary, and that's getting outside a lot of people's comfort zone, but that's the key. So manage those contacts, touch base. I have kids in school. It's fantastic. There's not a day that goes by that I'm dropping the kids off at school, or tonight we had an art show for my youngest. We went over and we talked, to 3 or 4 different sets of parents. Just, hey, how's it going? That type of thing. Good to see you again. Just touching base, being a little bit maybe overtly friendly than I would have been in the past. Just so that way the next time I see them out and about, you have a name and a face that you can place. So manage those contacts, be friendly, get out there, get outside your comfort zone, and help some people. We'll see you next time.